day, fam. Welcome back to my Divine Wisdom reality show. So, today's theme is all about faith in the process, right? So, yeah, I was pre-shuffling and this flew out, and once I read it, I was like, this is it. Like, no doubt at all. This is it. So, it really kind of plays into last week's reading too, like just gearing up into this. So, which was called Trust Yourself and the Support of Archangel Charity. So this week, our support is the Holy Amethyst and the Shekinah. So I'm going to share a little bit about that. And the amethyst is here to support us, and you can use the amethyst in a lot of different ways for protection. I love using it personally when I am working through certain emotions, where I'm really trying to process and release deep-rooted emotions and attachments. So, trusting the process is ultimately really about surrendering and releasing and relinquishing the control of what we think is best for our situation, or certain attachments of the past that's really hard for us to let go. So, if you have an amethyst, if you're a crystal lover like me and already have an amethyst, then, you can work with it. Otherwise, you can get one. Otherwise, you can just call on the Holy Amethyst to work with you. Because, right, it's all about intention. It's all about where your thoughts are going. That's where the energy goes to. So, and I've been posting about this actually last week, and yeah. Last week, I posted a lot of different pictures and photos about that. So the Holy Amethyst is divine alchemy. Yeah, I love me some alchemy. So divine alchemy. All right. It is here to help us transmute negative experiences into love and learning, right? So, and are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to move beyond energies or situations that no longer serve you, and here to make space for new opportunities? So if you are a person right now who feels like you're in a major transition, whether it's physical, mental, emotion, or spiritual, this is definitely for you. And I really feel like overall, like the collective, we're all moving through something right now, and we're meant to. We're being asked to no longer carry that baggage, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional baggage. We're here to start to release. We got to make changes so new opportunities can come, right? So, and it's like a magician, the ability to use your thoughts, will, and actions to bring about life-fulfilling and dream-enhancing opportunities. Focus on what you desire and not what you fear, because what you give your energy to will literally begin to flourish. So my affirmation for Monday was all about that. The last couple posts about where your thoughts are going and what are we actually aware of is all about that. So check out my last couple posts, because that will help assist you. All right. And then the Shekinah, sacred self. All right, so you can check her out. Yes. So just a little bit about the Shekinah. Stay, please. All right. Is the female aspect of the God particle or creation energy. She is more of an essence than a being, but has the ability to show herself in ways that we will understand. All right, so, whenever she appears, she points out the change makers, the love creators, and gift sharers of the world who are here to unite all hearts around the world. Don't feel the need to hold back or dampen your power. This is time to celebrate. All right, so it's all about being, tapping into that feminine energy, tapping into that feminine power. And so it doesn't matter biologically if you're a male or not, right? This is an essence. This is a female essence. And this is what we're all being asked to incorporate and find that balance. Maybe you are very much in your divine feminine energy, but also finding that balance, right? Because we always have that masculine and feminine energy, which actually now leads me into this. I love here, if you can see that symbol, right? That is the Merkaba. And it's all about that balance of the masculine and feminine energy, which is the workshop I'm going to be doing the first week in August, the Merkaba activation. And it's all about, transmuting those harsher experiences into loving and learning experiences. It's about finding that balance between the masculine and feminine energy. So if you are open to that, whether you know what the Merkaba is or not, it doesn't matter. If you are open-minded and want to go deeper into your spiritual journey, and feel more of your heart-centered truth and start to release these harsher past experiences, this workshop is for you. Now, there's a lot of other things that the workshop will incorporate: meditation, visualization, sound, and breath work. So and then you'll be able to take home the worksheet to activate your own Merkaba. All right. So if you'd like more information on that, you can DM or email me. Description below. All right, so let's get into the reading. So I kind of briefly want to go into this, and I'm going to ask to clarify this because I find this artwork very interesting. It's like she's really praying, really praying. She's naked, so it's all about just being super vulnerable, right? Really vulnerable about who you are and really being honest. And that's not easy to do. Being honest is being able to be vulnerable with yourself and others of past experiences and not having so much pride and ego, right? And I also find that she's in like a little red wagon. So part of this, what I'm feeling into is, that makes me think of childhood. So some of these fears that are coming up is actually coming from your inner child. You just don't realize it, right? So we want to connect with our inner child. We want to support our inner child. And I do a lot of inner child work. So if that's something that you're interested, I've done a lot of inner child work with others and for myself. So that's why I'm very passionate about it, because it's completely changed my life and others. Okay. So actually I'm going to put this down. That's where let me know if you like the Divine Wisdom readings this way, because the only thing, you get to see the cards, but you don't get to see all of them and how they're laid out. But you can let me know if that matters to you or not. Okay, so we're going to ask 2 cards for clarification in this faith in the process. 2 cards, all right. Ooh, and well, I'm definitely going to be clarifying that card, but 1 more card, please, spirits. Maybe, okay, that I just feel is highly important. So this card, contract, For me, I feel, well, a lot of the time, this could be potentially lawsuits, or, you know, something in persistence to the law, any legal matters. But another thing that it means personally for me is karma. So there's certain contracts that we came into here on a soul level, whether it was certain experiences, meeting certain people, and that's where this is all about, transmuting those harsher experiences that we've had, these certain contracts on a soul level that we agreed to before coming into physical form. All right. And as we start to, you know, stay on the path, continue and stay disciplined and committed to the path, this is door to personal happiness. Oh, door to personal healing and happiness. I was going to say freedom. So if you've done a lot of healing, doesn't mean you're ever done healing, great, but maybe it's more of happiness and freedom. So for those who are in the thick of it, when you're feeling all the feels, it's, you know, could be in the middle of, you know, when you're knee deep in those emotions, and that's where the amethyst will really help you. All right, so I definitely want to clarify though, one card for this contract. So Spirit, whoa, these cards are just flying out today, yo. All right, Page of Swords. Ooh, I like that. How cool does that look? I love this deck. And then clarify the door to personal happiness. Door to personal healing, happiness, and freedom. I don't know, I guess maybe it's not so much healing. I don't know. There's always an essence to healing. The Sun. And the Eight of Pentacles. So the Sun. All right. And the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Let's see, what was on the bottom of this deck? Oh, yin and yang. Man, I tell you, that makes perfect sense. Masculine and feminine energy, for real. Like, definitely come check out my Merkaba workshop, because you're going to learn a lot about the feminine and masculine energy in a mental way, meaning conscious and unconscious. Well, physically, I think we kind of are already aware of that aspect, right? We're told that since like the age 5, right? If not younger. And spiritually. So really starting to understand the deeper level of masculine and feminine energy. So you're going to get information that you haven't heard about. All right. And some of it you will have heard about, right? So, all right. The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. So what, at first, page, that, you know, being a page is all about that new energy. You know, some relate it to a person where they're young, but for me it's more of like this newness, this new energy, than so much like a person, right? It's like that energy is new. So what do I mean by that? Like if you switch careers, or if you have a side hustle, you know, or a part-time job, you have 2 part-time jobs, however it may be, and you're really trying to make one of them, you know, your main CEO of it all. If it's in regards to your health, maybe you've tried to make changes and you're still like at the beginning of really establishing those habits, right? You're still, the wiring in your brain is still, what science calls wrapping around your myelin sheaths and the neurons. And I think it was last year, the miracle mindedness, and it's all about actually for us to create habits comes from this wrapping of the myelin sheaths and the neurons. Now, I know that sounds maybe complicated for some. You can go check out my blog, the Myelin Miracle Mindedness, on my website. It's there. and I break it down a little bit more. Okay. So that's in regards to health. And then in relationships, maybe you've been in a relationship a really long time. And so being single for you is, is new, or maybe you're starting to recognize that you've been in a lot of toxic relationships and you want to break free from that, which would be karma, right? Or if it's in a legal way, like maybe it's this new energy of actually calling back your power and setting healthy, loving boundaries of saying like, no. Or, maybe if you have been married, maybe you're trying to kind of get that little spark back, right? And have a little bit more of that new energy that you first started when you were dating, right? So it's about an energy. It doesn't have to do so much with the timeline. Oh, I've been married to them for so and so many years, right? It's this newness of energy. And you can see this person is really reading a lot. And there's a lot of thoughts going on. I mean, all these different light bulbs are going off. So just give me a second. So you're starting, okay, because I was trying to figure out how does this relate to the karma situation or even legal contracts. And what I'm feeling is you're starting to have these realizations that you don't no longer want to carry on this baggage anymore, this metaphorical baggage. Like you no longer want to carry it. So you're having these realizations. Some of you are really studying this information. But it could also be certain information that's coming in through the divine spirit. Okay, spirit. Spirit is also assisting in this. What I was going to say is the birds typically for me, when I see them, it's all about having a higher view, right? Like they can check out and scope and see. And that's ultimately, you're starting to observe things a little bit more. All right. And I'm feeling more into this. Intuitively about this card. The other thing I noticed too is that like she's tiptoeing across. So she's going from one solid ground, or so we think, into this new phase, but it's new, right? We don't know what this other side looks like. We're really being divinely guided here. But yet we may feel like she's very balanced, right? But at times we could feel like we're tiptoeing around things instead of just being completely honest with ourselves. Okay. All right. And then the sun, endure to personal healing and happiness, right? So again, I'm just reading intuitively in this. There's a lot of rainbow colors in both of these. If you can see the rainbow, a lot of rainbow colors here. Rainbow for me can mean a couple different things, but what I'm feeling is it, again, is all about spirit. So this is all being divinely guided, but we got to trust the process of this. We got to trust it. And release and surrender so we can get into this place of celebrating and feeling that joy, feeling the sun, right? It's like after it rains, right? Even though in Phoenix, we love the rain. So for us, it's like, oh yes, bring me some rain. But typically when it rains, especially emotionally, right? When that sun comes out and things start to bloom, it feels so magical. You feel so much joy and happiness. You want us to celebrate. And you can see this person is just like completely open. Their arms are open and they're just like, I'm here. I'm all in. I'm vulnerable. I'm not like closed off or anything. Like her arms are just flung open. And she's embracing all of it. She's embracing all of it. Saying like, yeah, you know what? This past karmic situation happened to me. I dealt with it, or maybe you're currently dealing with it, but you're going to go through that transition of alchemy and transmuting, right? Transmuting, what did he say? I really like that line. transmuting negative experiences into love and learning, right? And I put a quote out last night. No, not last night. I get mixed up on the days. There's a quote with the photo had a moon, a heart, and someone sitting there, and it was like all about fear and love, and how fear is degenerating and love is all about regenerating. So, you know, you can really see that she's in this love and regenerating experience mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. All right, guys, so yes, again, I just want to say last couple things. My R&R meditation is on sale till August 1st for $11.99. Then it'll go back to full price. So if you're really wanting to connect deeper with yourself, it is a chakra guided based meditation, but it also, even if you don't know what chakras are, it's allowing you to start to connect with yourself and tap into yourself and starting to release, right? And transmute these harsher experiences in life, right? And to learn from them. So that meditation can really assist you in getting yourself into a more calm and peaceful state. All right, guys, so I think I'm good. I was just gonna say, I feel like I was kind of drawn to the moon. So again, this is all of this is going to be cycle. There's no fast track to this process. There is no fast track. So there's no timeline to this. There's no timeline to this. So, you know, we a lot of the time want things to happen right away. So it's really asking us to go and embody patience and surrendering, and really embody that patience and surrender. Okay, so I think I'm done. Have a grateful day, and of course, alchemize your life. Woo, woo.